morning, you lovely lot. Today you're listening out for this sound.
We've got a bit of a thingamajiggabob.
Let me know when you hear it, and I'd just like to say we are going to be looking for a new striker on deadline day, hopefully through the loan market. And my sub goal for this year is going to be 1,000 subs, and for that I need your help to achieve this. So if you could hit that sub button, it would be massively appreciated. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, and enjoy this episode.
Right, good morning, you lovely lot. It's exactly the same date as when you last saw me in the transfer window, end of season review and all that. So where we left off there is the same date. I haven't moved. As you can see here that I told you about earlier, Macaulay, prove it, he was injured. As you can see there, it's up to 14 days. So we shall see how that goes. However, if we was to just continue... Oh, welcome back. It's been a couple of, been about 20 minutes actually since last saw you, but right, that gets us going for the game. Dean Smith out here managing Derby County. It's important we make use of that full home advantage, so let's go out there and get a result. And I would just like to say I am super stoked and super excited for this season if we manage to pick up a stinking good striker. If we can do that, I think we've got a good season ahead of us. Hurd goes down, and straight away we are given a penalty. Tomlinson, I'm guessing, is taking the penalty. Yes, there we go. In it straight up, straight in. 1-0 Solihull. There we go. So we will see the replays for the goals now. Orford to Chapman. Chapman scores 2-0 Solihull. Not Solihull. This is Derby trying to pass the ball. I'll tell you what, they're passing that beautifully through us, and Okonkwo does fantastic to actually stop that going in the back of the net. However, they do have a corner, and Okonkwo comes out to claim it. Alright, just before half time, then Baptiste with that little free kick straight through to Chapman over the top for Okonkwo, though Candy, sorry. Doesn't quite get there, and it's ended up with Derby, but we've managed to get the ball back with a bit of aggression. Chapman to Tomlinson. Tomlinson's going to put it through to Chapman. Chapman's over the top to Hurd. Doesn't quite manage to get to it, but we have managed to get it back. Candy gets a soft head to it, and the keeper manages to pick it up off the floor relatively simply. Easy. It is booted down. It's a nice little through ball. Goes through to Chapman. Chapman has a shot, and it's scintillated into the back of the net. And that's 3-0 Solihull. And I would like to think that's game, set, match before half time comes around. It's very nicely done. Taylor looking for Chapman through the channel. Chapman puts it in the back of the net. Fantastic. That's Chapman saying, I don't want to be sold yet, ain't it really? That's what he's saying there, I tell you. I'm happy with the number of shots we've had so far. Let's keep that up, shall we? Just hopefully see this game out a little bit, hopefully. Fenton Hurd's having a bit of a tiresome day. So Fenton's coming back off. William Tidge back on. I think we'll wait for the last 10 minutes, and I think I'm going to swap the keeper over as well. Just try and give some time to Slicker. Hopefully if we don't concede. If we don't concede, I will anyway. If we do concede, I might be changing my mind, to be honest. But it looks like we're going to be fine. They've managed to get a tackle in over the top there for Lang. Lang has a shot, and it has managed to get into the back of the net, unfortunately. Okonkwo is not too happy with himself, and I'll be honest, that's unfortunate, because Slicker's going to come on just to see the game out, try and get some game time into this guy, because he is actually looking to be rated quite good, to be fair with you. And okay, do you know what? We might not be doing the change after all at this rate, I tell you. We okay, that's not too bad. We can deal with that. What we'll do is we'll look to do some time wasting, because we're still looking to get as many points as possible. Oh, there we go, and that is how we start the game. That's Derby as well. So Derby, I'd imagine, are expected to be right up there. So that can only be good to start the day. Right, I'd just like to come back then. Director of Football made a offer for a loan for Man City's right back Benjamin Leverington. He's 18. He looks alright, to be fair with you, and we're paying nothing for him. None of these 26.5 grand wages, none of this money deal and all that. He's played 3 games for these guys. He's come across to us. We've accepted him. I mean, sure. I mean, who's our current right back? Joe Tomlinson. So he's not going to be too happy. He's down as a star player, so he's going to be down there as competition for that guy. Although he's looking at the minute playing left back, which would mean then he can drop out of that, drop into Brooklyn's Foster's role. They can fight it out over that left back. He can come into the right back role, and then we can look at getting another striker, I guess. So yeah, hopefully that's the plan. See you in a momento. Alright, another little bit of monumental good news. Andrea Lombardi has signed for Mantova. Spectre owed 3.5% of the deal, so we've been agreed that 93 grand will be added to the transfer budget, which is fantastic. After he's got 50 league games under his belt, we get another 40 grand, and if he gets sold, which I doubt he will, but if he does, we get 50% of the profit from that as well. So that will do for me, which means that we have to advance just to make sure we can get that money put back in the budget. So that looks like that, which then comes down. That would only drop it by 2 grand. So do we? I cancel that. Have I got anyone else I can actually sell? So I've stuck a load of youngsters up for sale just to try and generate a bit of revenue to bring our wage into line, and on top of that then hopefully it gives me a bit more of a budget. If I bring that down, brings it down to 15, so we'll do that. That gives us nearly down to 16, and then hopefully we can look at bringing someone in with thingamajiggabob. We shall go with 31.61. It's only £30 selling fee. Yes, please. No instructions. Reject and reject. £35 selling. Yep. Okay. Well, that's fine. Tomlinson slots in there on the left. Have we? Okay. So almost back from his issues. Team selection. This is what it looks like. This is what I think we are going to go with, and everything else looks perfect. Perfect. Going into the match then. Carry your last performance from the last match into this match. You'll do well, absolutely. And if we just pump some fists and tell everyone we've got faith in them, we should also do quite well. We are also at home for this match as well, which is always good to see. Hopefully we can give ourselves a bit of a better showing this season in the Carabao Cup. Hurd again getting fouled. He's drawing all these fouls, I heard, from West Brom. That's a red card for Grimsby though. They're 10 men down in the first 10 minutes, so this could be a lamb to the slaughter type thing going on over here. Powell over the top and slots it straight home for his first goal of the season. And it's 1-0 to Solihull Moors. The replay there just showing it out a little bit. Free kick then, Williams with the free kick. It's going to be a short free kick by the looks of it. It is, it goes to Warford. Warford over the top though for a Kande. Doesn't quite get there. Chapman takes a shot. That's a beautiful curling effort. Very Harry Kane-esque. And that puts it in for a corner. Power with the in-swinger then. Warford gets up to it. Doesn't really connect too much. And the highlight ends right there. A bit of a kerfuffle there, starting the highlights, but we've got Hurd with the ball running straight through. Hurd to Powell. Powell has a pretty powerful shot hitting the crossbar, I think, or the post. I didn't quite see which it was, but it came off some sort of metalwork, and initially the highlight ended, and now we're back into another one. Taylor then over to Hurd. Again, Hurd is everywhere. And Kande with his first goal of the season as well then. 7 shots with 4 of them on target and 2 in the back of the net. Here you see it. Williams back to Taylor. Taylor sees Hurd making that run down the wing, and he spots a Candy. A Candy spots the back of the net. And I think he thinks he's a superhero there with his arms behind his back as he's running. Go on, son. Alright, that brings us up to half time then. 2-0 to the Good. If we just tell them we've got an extra player, so I think we have every reason. I think we can get a result here. I absolutely agree. Nobody seems to respond, as if they're all tired. Chapman's looking a bit tired. We'll bring him on. We'll bring him on. Doyle comes on as a Mazzala. Bit of a weird one, if I'm honest. Chapman, I think we're going to bring off. And Emptage can go on. For Chapman there. You're very, very injured still, so you're probably not going to go anywhere. You might come on for the last 5 minutes, maybe. Get a bit of game time into your Sonny, Jim. Taylor for Rowler, yeah, I mean, sure, why not? Don't think we can do that substitute now, though, to be fair. So if we was to look at substitutes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, prove it. One for Candy. Oh yeah, okay, so we've made all the substitutions we have. Well, I guess you're not coming on this side of the episode then. And that brings us up to full time. The stadium was not very full at all. But it was a 2-0 win. And a 2-0 win is a win. Hurd was on form. Give him a pat on the head. Tell him well done, well done. Halifax caused Carbo first shock. Who did they see Sunderland off? Ooh. Halifax caused an upset last season, I think, as well, to be fair. Alright, view draw. You know the deal. We'll skip forward, fast forward, should I say, until we're drawn. Whether that's home or away, we don't know. But we'll do that, and good luck. Godspeed. Oh, there we go. We are playing Derby again, this time at their place. That match has been rearranged. The schedule then shows that the Derby game is there, so we'll come back for West Brom Derby. Ooh, I really want to, but I think it's going to have to be Derby Norwich initially. So really hope you've enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you get to see Paulie prove it in those 2 games as well, because you should be back by then, unless there's some crazy thing happening. And we might have a striker by then, but we'll let you know when we know at the start of the next episode. Until we meet again, thank you, my friends. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.